Hey, what's up? It's your girl Nique, and you're tuned in to Nique at Night. And tonight we're going to be talking about Azriel Clary. We're going to be talking a little bit about R. Kelly, but mainly we're going to be talking about his crisis manager and so on. So if you guys are on my page, then you're definitely up to date on all of the R. Kelly news that I have given you guys. Well, it looks like Azriel is coming to social media with a bang, and she's showing off her body and her assets, and it has a lot of people talking. Well, there was a lot of speculations and allegations of them being slaves and them being, not able to use their phones and this and that and the third. But as you see, when Azriel and Joycelyn showed up to his court date, you see Joycelyn has a phone in her hand. And obviously they have a phone. Then you seen Michael Avenatti come forward, and he said that, despite what people are saying, that Azriel was in contact with her father and has communication with her father. So there has been a lot of misleading things on the net. Well, now that R. Kelly is behind bars, Azriel has now shown up on Snapchat, and a lot of people are attributing that to him being in jail, and now I guess she's finally free. When they went to show up at his court date, a lot of people seen how well endowed they were up top and how voluptuous they were in the backside as well. There was a lot of speculations as to whether or not they had gotten work done, if they got their body did, or what was the, cause of them having big breasts and big booties. Well, Azriel has a big booty, not so much Joycelyn. Well, now, Azriel, she is on her Instagram, or not her Instagram, her Snapchat, and she's showing off her body. She's living her best life. And people are like making it seem like this isn't what normal 21-year-olds do. Like people who are not under R. Kelly, not in his household, 21-year-olds, 18-year-olds, they do this same thing. So I'm going to show you guys her Snapchat. I'm going to mute the audio because she has music playing and I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike, but I'm going to show you guys this, and it has a lot of people talking and a lot of people saying a lot of things. So let me hit play, and this is her. Well, I'm going to let the audio play a little bit in the beginning and then I'll mute it.
Body, we make a way house. Hey!
Okay, so that's Azriel, and she's having fun. She's showing off the house. She's showing off photos of herself, and she's showing off her nails, and she's just having a good time. She's also showing off her figure, and she's turning around. She's trying on clothes. And, she's trying on a variety of different outfits. As you can see, her boobs are done. Her boobs are sitting up nice. They're sitting up perky. And, she's turning around for the camera. And she's also showing, different outfits, how they look on her body, showing her body around. And when this hit social media, a lot of people were like, oh my God, I'm so concerned for her. Look at what she's doing. And I'm like, do 21-year-olds not do this on the internet that are not involved with R. Kelly? Like, is this something that 21-year-olds do that I'm not aware of that I should be concerned about? You know what I'm saying? Like, it looked like normal behavior to me, but everybody's going to stick to the narrative that they're comfortable with. If they have this narrative that they're slaves, that they're bound, that they're shackled, then this behavior is going to exude, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Like something that fits along with that narrative. A lot of people feel like just because R. Kelly is behind bars, now that's why she's out and acting like this. But I'm like, what if this is how she's always acted? Like, we don't know how they act behind closed doors because we never seen them act behind closed doors. So we see a Snapchat of her having fun. How do we know that she never had fun before? A lot of people are making, all of these assumptions. And I'm like, where did any of the other women who was with him say that they had to escape in this crazy, extravagant way. Each and every woman who was with him left when they got ready to. So I don't know where people get this whole scenario that, just because she's with him, she's not having fun. But I guess that's the narrative that the media painted. So that's the narrative that a lot of people are going with. Her father, Angelo, he also posted a video talking about this, and he shared, like his feelings on her Snapchat and everything. I'm going to show his video right now, and then I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about this. So let me show you guys his video, and then I'll talk after.
Look at my baby girl. Some may say, damn, look at her, she's showing out this and that and being inappropriate. But man, what I see is a young woman now that left as a young lady, and now she just acting out. Look at the freedom. Look at her. Don't judge her. Look at her actions.
I don't even think like, oh, she's acting out. I think that this is normal behavior for a 21-year-old. Like, this is how 21-year-olds act. And if we haven't seen her before on social media, how can we compare how she acted before just because now we have a video? But I'll let him continue because, this is his.
She's free. I love you, ass. Your daddy love you a lot. Look at my baby girl. Some may say, damn, look at her, she's showing out this and that and being inappropriate. But man, what I see is a young woman now that left as a young lady, and now she just acting out. Look at the freedom. Look at her. Don't judge her. Look at her actions. She's free. I love you, ass. Your daddy love you a lot.
Okay, so that's what her father had to say in relation to her live and her, showing herself and, having fun. And it's like, I don't know, when I was 21, I had the same type of fun, and I definitely was not nowhere near R. Kelly or even around. I could show you videos right now of me at 21, and this is what 21-year-olds do. She's 21 years old. She's having fun, and just because we've never seen her on Snapchat before, how can anyone say, like, and granted, that is his daughter, but there was a lot of people on social media who were like, oh, she's, I'm so concerned for her behavior. Oh my God, look at how she's acting. And I'm like, this is how all the girls act, like whether they are with R. Kelly or not. But anyways, meanwhile, R. Kelly's crisis manager is wilding out. He went on an interview with Gail, and he did an interview. And, I was with him the first time around when he said that, if it was his daughter, he would drive a truck through the building, because I felt like that was facts. If I feel like my daughter is in any type of duress and she needs me, and I'm going to go to the end of the earth to protect my child and do what I got to do to get my child. Now, in this new interview that he did with Gail, I'm like, okay, now it's like your job is to be a crisis manager, resolve the crisis, and, put the fire out for your client. You're adding fire to the fucking fire that's already ignited. You get what I'm saying? So basically, he went on Gail. Gail asked him a question, and she wanted to know if it was his daughter, would he allow his daughter to be around R. Kelly? And his answer, although, it would be my answer. And it's like, listen, if anybody is accused of being a pedophile or anything like that, I'm not going to leave my daughter with that person. And that's the same thing when people try to come to me and they're like, what if it was your daughter? What if it was your daughter? Then what would you do? That's my answer. Like, first of all, if a person was accused of the thing that he's accused of, it wouldn't be my daughter. However, I'm not representing R. Kelly. I'm not his crisis manager. And I'm not here to put the fire out. And I'm not here to, solve the crisis. I'm just here to kind of give you guys my opinions on what's going on. However, the person who is in position to put the fire out and the person who is in position to kind of like, you know, like kind of like neutralize the situation, he's adding to it. So I'm going to show you guys what he had to say on Gayle King. And I was like, okay, I was with you when you said drive the truck, but like, bruh, is this like your job to like kind of like slander your client? I don't know. Like, I thought you were supposed to be helping your client, but I'm going to play it. So Gayle King asked him, and then she said, you have a 20-something-year-old daughter. Would you allow her to be alone with R. Kelly? So then I'm going to play it right there.
You have a 20-something-year-old daughter. Would you allow her to be alone with
Absolutely not.
With R. Kelly?
I wouldn't leave my daughter with anybody that's accused of pedophilia. Period.
So you would not?
I would not leave my daughter with anyone that's accused of being a pedophile. I would not.
That doesn't seem like a contradiction to you. You're
absolutely
sitting here defending R. Kelly, but at the same time saying you wouldn't leave your own daughter with him.
I wouldn't leave my daughter with anyone. Okay. I'm going to say it again. That's accused of being a pedophile.
All right.
And like I said, I get where he's going with that because, again, as a parent, no, I'm not leaving my child with somebody who has these accusations. If you tell me Joe Schmo down the street is known to like little girls, I'm not going to leave my little girl with Joe Schmo down the street. That part I agree with, and that would be my answer. But as a crisis manager, I'm like, I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't know if that was the correct answer as a crisis manager. Now, like I said, if it was me, that's my answer. Because no, hell no. Like, if I know somebody is known to like little girls or young girls or, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are saying pedophile when he's not really, quote unquote, a pedophile. The word is a different word because he likes girls older, like after they hit puberty and like a little bit like older than a pedophile's age. But I don't know, that really didn't seem like an answer for a crisis manager. Somebody in the chat said he had to be honest. Yeah, he had to be honest, but he could have also said, you know, redirected what she said, and he could have redirected her question because he's supposed to be skilled in directing it to make it be a more positive outlook for his client. Somebody said he kept it too real. Right. Like, that would have been my response, and that would have been my real response. But for him as a crisis manager, I don't know if that was necessarily the response that he was supposed to give. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to open up the phone lines, and I want to know what you guys think about this. I want to know what you guys think. Azriel making her... Okay, wait. I can't open up the program with that going. Hold on. So let me try to open this up, and then I'll play it, and then hold up. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to open up the phone lines for you guys to be able to call in and give me your thoughts. Give me 1 second. Let me press play again to this video now.
Hey, Nique. So so this is my theory. I think the girls, the media that fucked up the thing, I think they was in there for the bag because Azriel just seems too happy. Like, they went in like, okay, we're gonna use Kales, get this money, and we're gonna bounce. So I feel like we need to keep on watching because something else might happen. Because if you look at it, he's in jail. I think they're gonna leave. I think the video, like she's on Azriel's on this Instagram model type stuff now. She got a new body. Kel's been coming out of pocket. It's apparent. Instead of paying the child support, he's been paying for new bodies. So I think he's while he's sitting in jail in solitary, they gonna get with someone else, another celebrity or someone in the industry, because she's used to that lifestyle now. Yes, yes, that's what I'm thinking. At first, they probably were in love, but I never thought from this video. I don't think they ever were brainwashed, nor did I ever think they were. But it just seems kind of funny now how she's back. She's on social media now, and then released such a video, because think about it. They had to wear turtlenecks and shirts that goes all the way up to their neck, and now she's showing her body now that Kels is in jail. So she probably knows. Mhm. 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 Right. Right. No, I totally understand. Mhm. Go ahead. Oh, so I totally understand. I'm not. I think the look that they were going for with the turtlenecks, I don't see a problem with it. I mean, they're going on live TV. They want to look professional. They want to look, come off as very mature. So, I see it, with the shirts or whatever. But I just feel like that this was like a whole heist that they didn't pull low key, in a sense. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of anxious now to see what's going to happen next. Because first it
Oh
was the
dang. Okay,
video.
so my sorry y'all. I had cut off my microphone when I was starting the live. I'm so sorry. They didn't hear me. Okay. So I'm going to reiterate what I said for the people who didn't hear me. So what I said, sorry y'all. I be messing up cuz sometimes I be muting my audio and then I be forgetting to turn it on. I'm sorry. I'm a one woman show, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So bear with me. But what I told the caller was I said they were labeled as sex slaves, sex workers. In the media, that's what the headlines were. They were like, R. Kelly sex slaves, R. Kelly sex workers. These girls were, like it was like sex, sex, sex. So I said, of course, if they're gonna go out in the public, then the wise thing to do would be to dress up. And that would have been my advice to his team, to dress them up and fully cover them. Because if you're already being labeled a sex slave, a sex worker, why would you go and add fuel to that and hurt the client more and show cleavage and show all of that? You get what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying to the caller that's on the line, and that's what she was replying to. So sorry, you guys, my audio was out. But go ahead, caller.
Yeah, so I'm just anxious to see what's going to happen in the next coming weeks, um, and possibly months, because it just, now that he's away, they have more freedom, I guess. I don't know how their household was set up, but um, yeah, I'm kind of shocked of the video, because you actually see her body, which is apparent that she did get work done, both of them, and yeah, I mean, I'm just anxious to see what's going to happen next. Are they going to go back home? Or they're not going back home? They're still going to stick around? Are they going to end up, in a few months? Are we going to see that they're with headlines are going to say Azriel's with, someone else in the industry? It just seemed like a money grab now, but I don't know. It's just, I guess we have to wait and see.
Well, the Trump Towers, from my understanding, has been paid up throughout the year. So I don't think. I mean, if I got a penthouse Trump Tower paid up for a year, I mean, not no disrespect to the parents or no shade, but if you living in a Trump Towers with a nice sky view, are you gonna go home? Not saying that they
No,
won't, just
absolutely
asking you
not.
the question. If you got a Trump,
No.
you're living in the Trump Towers, and a lot of people, they get it misconstrued, and they're like, oh, why is she in a hotel? The Trump Towers has a residence part, and they have
It's
a hotel
residency.
part.
Yep.
It's two different parts. It's a residence live-in part, and then it's a hotel part. So if you got this nice luxury apartment that's paid up throughout the year, I'm not saying that she should not go home because maybe, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, logically
Right.
speaking, if you got this place and it's paid up throughout the year, are you going to go home?
No. Especially if I'm, banking and just, not doing nothing and I'm just sitting fat on cash. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't think they didn't like. I believe that they did love him, but now that he's gone, it's like, okay, we got to move on to the next. So let me just post this video and show off a bit, and get people talking. Azriel's very smart
And very,
she's
very smart.
mature, and
Mhm.
so I think she's the one that's been doing all the talking. She knows how to manipulate the media. I'm ready to see what's next. It's like a movie now, so I'm tuned in. So
Yeah.
keep doing a good job. I love your content. So
Thank
that's all I have
you.
to say.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
calling
Bye-bye.
in. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. 319. Hello? 319.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, me. I
Hey.
agree with the last. I agree with the last caller because
Mhm.
like I'm real confused like why Azriel posted and why Jocelyn not posting, and today's Jocelyn's birthday. So I'm kind of curious too. That I think it's a money grab too. Like why all of a sudden y'all posting with R. Kelly in jail, and I'm like, who gonna tell R. Kelly that they posted on Instagram? When he
I
finds
mean,
out
well, he got a
Azriel
whole
all on
team that works
Instagram.
for him still, so.
Right. So I don't know. I just really want to know what's gonna happen. I agree with the last caller. Like I'm tuned in. Like you see, Haley Calhoun, all these other girls, Space, they done all got their bodies done. Azriel got their bodies done. So maybe Azriel trying to follow in their footsteps too. That's what I'm thinking. Like, but I never thought they was held hostage or nothing like that. I just think they've been on the internet now because, R. Kelly gone, so they can show it off.
Do you think
So
that they
that's
were
what I think.
brainwashed and they're finally free?
No, I never thought they was brainwashed because when I was 18, I left my mama's house and I went with some dude. He was like 51. I was doing my own thing too. I wasn't talking to my family, not because the dude was telling me not to, but I was just too embarrassed to tell my family like I'm dating somebody 51. I know my dad would be like, no, you can't do that. Like then my sister and them was talking bad about me. So, I just decided not to talk to my family on my own. But now me and my family cool because I don't mess with the dude no more. But I never thought they was brainwashed. I just think they was doing their own thing. I think R. Kelly was a little bit controlling. Like, if you really put two together, he had his own rules, but he ain't like, do this or I'm going to kill you. Like, you had a choice. He, like, I don't think he deserved to be in jail, but I do think he did do something because all these girls' stories, like, they kind of add up in some type of way, but not really. Like, so I think where we come from, what I get from it is R. Kelly was controlling, just in some type of ways, but not in the way that he deserved to be in jail, I don't think.
Okay, so you feel like he was doing something, but you don't feel like he deserves to be in jail. What do you think that he did?
I don't know, like, maybe he was, like, I really don't know, but it's like some stuff is just like, how some dudes controlling, like, don't talk to these people, or like, he probably like, I don't know. I don't think he told them. Maybe he did tell them not to talk to his family. I don't know, because some just don't make sense to me. Like everybody saying the same thing, which I don't think he deserved to be in jail. But it's still to me like, why is everybody saying the same? I just think he got a little controlling, and just because he controlling, it's a lot of controlling men out here. Just because he controlling don't mean he deserves a whole documentary. There's plenty of dudes out here everywhere that's controlling.
So you
yeah,
feel
that's
like
all I think. I think it's a money.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I just really want to know why Azriel posting it and Jocelyn not. And I do like people were saying that I do agree with the last caller with Azriel being more she's more smart, and I think R. Kelly, like, I don't think he forced them to talk to the media, but when they did talk to the media, I think he had Azriel talk more. Not no offense to Jocelyn, but Jocelyn is a little bit more illiterate. Like if you pay attention to the way her not to be mean, but if you no,
say it. Okay, basically what you're trying to say is the parents seem a little slow, so you think Joycelyn is slow. Pretty much. That's what you're trying to say.
No, for real, like, like for real, come on now, like you can't get a script down pat. Like she always skipping over her words and stuff. I'm just like, girl. But yeah, that's it. I just think Azriel is more smart. She's better with her words. She knows how to speak better. So
yeah, Azriel is very smart.
I don't know, girl.
And very beautiful. But I'm gonna go to the next caller. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Okay. 205. Hello. 205. 205-23. Oh shoot! I didn't even unmute you. Sorry. 205. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hold on. Wait.
Hey.
1 second. Wait. 1 second. Wait. 1 second. 1 second.
All participants are muted, and they can unmute themselves.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I think that Azriel posting those snaps because I think today's Joycelyn's birthday, and they're getting ready to go out. And I also think that it helps R. Kelly's case because it proves that they're where they want to be and they have no intention on leaving Chicago. Because if they were hostages and if, this would be the time to leave, and they're showing that Azriel is showing that she's having a good time. She loves living in Trump Tower, and she wants to be where she's at. The parents lied, y'all. Surviving R. Kelly was fake. Notice the parents are the ones who said she was kidnapped. The girls never said they were kidnapped. It's the parents, the ones who said they had herpes. The parents who said all this stuff. We don't know if that's true because we are not there. The parents lied, and we have got to stop listening to the parents because, like, the parents are not there, and the girls are not talking to their parents for a reason. And the reason is that their parents have put their boyfriend behind bars, and I don't think that they will ever forgive them. I don't even think if R. Kelly goes to jail for the rest of his life, I don't think they're coming back.
Okay, so you think even if he goes to jail, they're not going home?
They're never going home. Their parents betrayed them, especially Joycelyn. Joycelyn's parents sat up there and said their daughter was a slave, was brainwashed, and everything under the sun, and had herpes, couldn't bathe, starving, and told a lot of lies because clearly Joycelyn is not starving. The girls look well fed. They look well taken care of. They have their breasts done. They got their bodies done. R. Kelly took great care of them, and I think they're better off in R. Kelly's care than their parents. I really do believe that. R. Kelly took great care of those girls.
Okay.
I can see. They don't look malnourished.
Yeah, they look thicker than a Snicker.
Yeah.
But all right, thank you so much. I'm gonna go to the next
anyway. All right, free R. Kelly.
Okay. All right. Okay. 805. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, Nique. I just want to say that this what's going on with
your phone
right
is
now.
like wait. No. Your phone is like muffled or something? Is it on speaker?
Can you hear me better now?
It's
I
like
took it off.
It's like a weird echo. Are you on Bluetooth or
I'll hang
something?
up and no, I'll hang up and try to call again. I'll move to a different area in my house. It's storming outside anyway, so
Okay, all
that
right.
could be it.
Yeah, call back because it's like doing something weird.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. 773. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, me.
Hi.
I had to call in, girl. I don't normally do this type of stuff. I just had to call in. Real quick, just to address what's being talked about as far as the girls, I definitely do not think that they are going back, and I don't necessarily blame them. I feel like their parents are kind of on BS, and I also think that Azriel is definitely the brain in this whole situation. She just definitely seems like the smarter or like more manipulative one. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But are we really still saying that R. Kelly shouldn't be in jail? Like, is that really how people feel? Because I feel like at the very least, back in 2008, like y'all know he paid those people off. It was definitely him in that tape, and that was definitely an underage girl. Like that's been established. So while it's unfortunate that he's in jail, like I'm not out here saying like free R. Kelly. You know, I don't know. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but I just feel like, come on, y'all.
I think everybody has a mixtures of opinions based on what has been presented. There has been a lot of things that have been on the table. Some have been discredited. Some have been, you know what I'm saying, up in air. The
Uh
media
huh.
has been putting, these headlines out, and then the headlines are later debunked. So I think a lot of people are up in the air, and a lot of people are waiting for the trial to kind of, put the facts on the table, because what media will do is they'll put something as a headline. People will run with it, but a lot of the times those headlines aren't really factual. And a lot of
Right.
the women do not seem like they have pure intentions in their, what do I want to call this? Uh in their abuse stories or whatever. I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but so I think
I
that there are
definitely
a lot of
agree.
people who are divided. Like some people feel like, yeah, throw them away, lock them up, and then some people feel like it's a money grab and people are just trying to have a come up. So I think it's a lot of people who think, different things.
I think the girls now, absolutely, it's a money bag. Just specifically that girl back in 2008. Like, I'm from Chicago. I know people who know this girl. That was definitely her. Like, case closed. So
Mhm.
I don't know. That's all I had to say. But thanks for taking my call.
Thank you for calling. That's all you wanted to say?
Yep.
Okay. All right. All
All
right,
right.
thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye. 314.
Yep. Okay. All right.
How you doing? I just think that the girl, she was just having a little fun. I mean, she only 23 years old today.
21.
You know,
Yeah.
homegirl birthday. Yeah, I'm sorry, I got the two ages mixed up. But she young. She looked like she had a couple of drinks in the system, and
Yeah.
she was turning up for the homegirl birthday. I don't really think it's a need to read too deep off into it. Girls that
Mhm.
age, especially if you got your boobs done, you got your butt done, you gonna show off a little bit, and R. Kelly probably don't go for that, but don't no guy really like his woman, too much showing what she got going on. So I don't really think it's a need to read so deep into it, honestly.
Yeah, to me, like I said, it looked like a normal 21-year-old behavior. I was 21 before. I turned up. I had fun. You know what I'm saying? I used to go to industry parties and have fun, and it would be what it was. But a lot of people, because they have a narrative planted in their head, they're gonna say, "Oh my God, I feel so bad." But it's like if they scroll down their same timeline, they'll see girls the same age doing the same thing. So I agree with you. I wouldn't really
Yeah,
read too much into it, but it is a question as to, okay, all this time you were with R. Kelly, you wasn't doing this, but now you are, type of thing. You know what I mean? So
yeah. I mean, when you look at it, Joycelyn takes on the personality of Jonjolin, and Azriel takes on the personality of Angelo. And I mean, it's clear as day right there before your eyes. as far as like speculating into it and everything. We're not in their relationship. We're not in their marriage or whatever they got going on. And so we don't know what the rules of it are. And especially after Daryl came out and made a bonehead mistake this morning, then you need to go and do some damage control from what the crisis manager did this morning. So I mean, I think that it was I think it was a good move.
So you think it was damage control to control what to offset what the crisis manager did?
I don't know if it was intentional, but it was, that's the effect of it. Yeah, I believe that's the effect of it. Yeah, I don't think that it's intentional though.
Okay, I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, so,
alrighty.
But yeah, you could go ahead and mute me though. That's all right.
All right, thank you for calling in.
No problem. Bye.
All right. All right, 757. Hello.
Hey, Nique.
Hey.
This is KW.
Somebody said, "What am I eating?" Y'all can wait. Somebody said, "What am I eating?" Y'all can hear me eating. I thought I was being low eating some food, but anyways, go ahead, 757. Go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, it could just be me, but it just appears to me that everybody is like kind of getting his trial and everything that he's dealing with right now in court misconstrued with what's going on with Azriel and Jocelyn, and it has nothing to do with them. That's completely just not a part of the game. My thing with R. Kelly is I think he's guilty because I go back to, I'm 36, and I remember being maybe 13, 14, seeing that video back then with him and that girl when it got out, and it was him. And he married Aaliyah, and that's where my, thinking that he's guilty, that's where that comes from. Because from back then, when I was a child. Okay. And I don't understand why people are saying, like, he didn't do this and that. Now, the abuse part, I don't know, but I could see it. And I do think that some of those girls had ulterior motives, like, I don't think it was might have been all that they said it was. I don't feel bad for any of those grown ass women who was up there doing with the what's the chick name, the kitty chick, and some of them older chicks. I don't I didn't feel for them. Mm-hmm. I felt like they was grown, they knew what they were doing. The ones that scoped them out, I don't feel I don't feel no kind of way about that. But I do think that something happened. I do, and I don't think that he is innocent. I don't, and it's catching up with him now. These chicks, they got me confused. Azriel and Jocelyn, they got me confused. I think that just based off of seeing like the Snapchats and all that stuff, because they haven't been doing that, I think that they might know that he's not coming out, or there's a great chance that he's not coming out, and so they doing their thing. I really think that. I think that they're gonna milk it, just like you said about. If you had your rent paid up and, you was living life, would you go home? Nah, they're not going to go home. Because it's like they're grown, they're on their own now without them, and I just really think that's what's going on. I don't think R. Kelly telling them to do it. I don't think he has anything to do with it. I think that they probably know that it's a great chance that he's not getting out, and then you just never know what they're being told behind the scenes.
Do you think that they were brainwashed? It could be somebody that's on their side. I think so, and the reason I say that is because, the kids, the girls, they didn't want no parts of their parents, and I just didn't, get that. I didn't get that. They seemed like they were afraid, especially Jocelyn. She seemed like she was afraid to have, phone conversations. It could have just been the way that Jocelyn's defense, every time she had a conversation with her parents, they recorded it, uploaded it, and exploited it. Each and every time her parents had contact with her, they uploaded it to the internet. So if you have a conversation with your parent, every interaction that you have with them, they exploit you. They say you got herpes. They blast you. Are you going to want to have a conversation with them? I mean, I think people are not factoring in that part.
Yeah, and that's true. And you know, like being an outsider looking in, you know, you're not in her shoes, so of course you can't identify with what she might be going through. But at the same time, it's your parents. Like, I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
but
I don't
your
know what she could
parents
have
are
done differently, or
exploiting you. Come on, like if your mama right now uploaded and said whoop de whoop is got STD whatever, and each and every time you got a conversation on with your mama and you talk about something embarrassing, she uploaded to the internet. Aren't you gonna be reluctant to talk to your parent?
yeah, I think so.
You know, so you
I
gotta look
think
at it
so.
both ways. You know.
But I know one thing: somebody gonna snatch Azriel up because she is looking bomb, and like somebody gonna get her. She's doing the right thing by showing it off because somebody gonna snatch that up, and she gonna be taken care of the rest of this time. Like if he get locked up and the rent is, you know, I don't know. Somebody gonna snatch her up, and she can sing, so she might even get her singing career on if she wanted to do it.
We shall see what
Now
happens.
Joycelyn, she probably gonna end up going back home. Unless Azriel take care of her.
We shall see what happens. Well, thank you so much for calling
yeah,
in.
I
I'm
can't
go
wait
to
to
the
see what's next.
caller.
Okay. All right.
All right. Bye. 805, did you get your echo taken care of?
I think so. Can you still hear it?
You're fine now. Okay, so what are your thoughts? It's kind of an echo still, but go
I
ahead.
just want to say.
Wait, no. Turn off
Okay,
the
I
live
just
in the
want to say.
background.
I don't have it on.
Okay, go ahead. What's your thoughts?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's echoing still,
These
but
girls,
what's your thoughts?
listen. I just want to say this real quick. These girls is about to come up. All of this stuff is not by coincidence. Do you think so? You think any of this is a coincidence?
No, not really.
Okay. Wait for it. You're gonna see more of this coming down the pike, and I think it was all a part of the plan. Because realistically speaking, I think that R. Kelly and his team, and if you listen to some of the things that Steve Greenberg said, they were anticipating a lot of what recently took place, you know? And I'm going to say this, I ain't mad at him. You know, if you can do club appearances, if you can come up off this and secure the bag and make your money, by all means, go ahead. That's all I got to say about that. The other thing I want to address is the crisis manager. He needs to go. He needs to go. I really feel like he needs to go. His words, I wish he wouldn't have said what he said. But I'm glad he said what he said because I feel like he was being honest. He could have chosen his words a little more carefully instead of saying, you know, I wouldn't leave my daughter with someone who is accused of pedophilia. I think what he should have said, you know, and I had this conversation with someone today, you know, you shouldn't leave your child with no grown man that you don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Whether he's a pedophile or not. I'm an R. Kelly fan, supporter, and I would not leave I don't have children, but if I did, I wouldn't leave my child with him or anybody for that matter. You just don't do that, you know? And I think his comments are problematic because, you know, you're going to have people who are going to take anything he says or take that and run with it and turn it into, you know, spin it whichever way they want. I mean, there's a couple of ways you can look at that comment and you can take different things away from it, but, you know, I just think the comment was problematic and he needs to go. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. I don't have anything else. Thank you for taking my call. Have a good night.
Oh, okay. Well, this just in. Okay, so it looks like they asked Daryl Johnson, and he has stepped down. So let me bring this up on the screen for you guys. R. Kelly's attorney just released a statement as of 11 minutes ago, and he said that Daryl Johnson is no longer a part of the team. And I agree, he's not helping at all. So, did he give a correct answer? Yes. Did he give a correct answer as a crisis manager? No, that was backwards. That's not how you help your attorney. You're supposed to, put out the flame, put out the fire, and, make everything better for your client. And that's not what he did. So I'm going to bring that up for you guys on the screen to bring you guys up. That just happened 11 minutes ago. Thank you for the person in the chat who just said it. I just went to his IG and confirmed. I mean, not his IG, his Twitter, and confirmed. So let me put this up on the screen. This just in from Steven Greenberg as of July 22nd, which is today. It says, as has been reported, Daryl Johnson has decided to take some time off for personal reasons from his efforts on behalf of R. Kelly. The defense wants to thank Mr. Johnson for his tireless assistance and looks forward to his return. He shares our confidence that this is an unprecedented assault against R. Kelly by others. Wait, it's kind of blurry, you guys. Hold up. I don't know why it's so blurry. Okay, by others for their own personal gain and in the innocent of R. Kelly. So they let him go. They let him go. They're saying that he's going to return, but let the truth be told. He's not going to return. Like, he's doing a disservice to R. Kelly as a crisis manager, honestly. And if I had a crisis and he was my manager, I wouldn't put my faith in him because he's not adding to it. So, for those of you guys who just tuned in and did not see what he said, I am going to replay that for you guys. Hold up. Let me cue it up on the screen. So it looks like the team just let him go.
I have a 20-something-year-old daughter. Would you allow her to be alone with
Absolutely not.
With R. Kelly?
I wouldn't leave my daughter with anybody that's accused of pedophilia. Period.
So you would not?
I would not leave my daughter with anyone that's accused of being a pedophile. I would not.
That doesn't seem like a contradiction to you. You're
absolutely
sitting here defending R. Kelly, but at the same time saying you wouldn't leave your own daughter with him.
I wouldn't leave my daughter with anyone. Okay. I'm going to say it again. That's accused of being a pedophile.
All right.
Okay. So R. Kelly's attorney just said that he was let go. After this, it caused a lot of controversy. Me as a viewer, I'm like, wait a minute. You're supposed to be helping. You're supposed to be helping the cause, not hurting it. Like, me as a mom, that's something that I would say. Like, if you're accused of pedophilia, no, I'm not leaving my child with you, period, point blank. Like, no, it's not happening. But him as a crisis manager, he should have better words. And the whole thing is crazy. So, I'm going to go to the next caller. Can you guys still hear me? Is everything still on? On my end, it says that the video output is low. And I don't know if you guys can still see everything, can hear everything, put 1 in the chat. If not, I don't know. I probably need to make some adjustments, get some stuff off the screen. But if you guys can hear me and everything is fine, press 1 in the chat. Can you guys hear me fine? You guys can see everything? You can hear me fine? Okay, cool. All right, 661. Hello?
Hey, Nique, can you hear me?
Yes. Hi, how are you?
Hi. This is Cutie One. I'm in your chat all the time. But look, I'm going to be real quick. I saw the snap. Oh, Lord. Okay. First of all, I'm kind of weirded out because on one end, it's like, is he like little girls? Meaning little girl bodies? I was like, hold on. That made me think Azriel was running some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was her wanting to get the boobs and the booty. Not that that would be something he would want. Because even the
well, if that's something that he didn't want, he wouldn't pay for it. If he didn't want that, he wouldn't have paid for it.
No, I got you. I'm saying like his idea. You know what I mean? Because even when I'm looking at the grown women that he did deal with, they didn't have them type of bodies. Andrea, I mean, she's still grown, still looks like a little kid. Snapchat was like, that looked like one of those back in the day. You know, call your girl, you know, the party lines, and, you know, that's what that looked like. I was like, okay, but I would really want to know how her parents feel right about now to see her,
her
looking
dad,
like that and kind of like enticing men.
Her dad spoke out about it. So I'm gonna pause you for a second because a lot of people just tuned in and they didn't see it. So I'm gonna play it for you. So hold on, pause 1 second. I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna play what Angelo had to say about it as well. So give me 1 second. Okay? All right, so those of you who just tuned in, I see a lot of people saying, you know, I didn't see the Snapchat. I want to see it. I want to see what's going on. Let me play it for you guys. I'm going to mute the audio because she is playing music and I don't want to get copyright. So I'm going to mute the audio. And here is the Snapchat. So this is her showing off her outfits. She's changing outfits. Let me start it from the top, though, actually. Let me go out. And let me go in. Let me start it from the top.
Body, we might go and have so sexy. Hey!
Okay, and then I gotta cut the sound. Okay, so as you can see, she's showing off her body. She's trying to figure out what she's going to wear. She's showing off her boobs. She's showing, you know, the side, dancing, listening to music. I have to cut out the music, though, because, again, I don't want to get a copyright strike. You know, but she's having fun, trying different outfits. You see her body, her boobs sitting up. They look like they have been enhanced. Her backside, when she had went to court, it looked like it had been enhanced. You know, she looks like she's enjoying life, but I think that this isn't anything out of the ordinary. I don't think this is anything out of the ordinary for a 21-year-old. People wanted to know what Angelo had to say or what his parents had to say. One of the callers just said. So this is Angelo's response to it. So let me play this for you guys.
Look at my baby girl. Some may say, damn, look at her, she's showing out this and that. And being inappropriate, but man, what I see is a young woman now that left as a young lady, and now she just acting out. Look at the freedom. Look at her. Don't judge her. Look at her actions. She's free. I love you, ass. Your daddy love you a lot. Look at.
Okay, so that is what Angelo had to say. So I'm going to bring the caller back on the line. And hold up. What photo did I have? Okay, I had this photo. And I had... All right, the calling number. All right. 661, hello?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm back. Okay, so I had two other things to say, and I'm going to let you go so everybody else who just saw it can say what they had to say. And you're right, as the part about not unusual, I'll take it a step further to say it's not unusual for her, period, because I remember her Twitter account. She was all posed up, you know, with her little form-fitting dresses or pantsuits. You know what I'm trying to say? So and that was at the time she was had just met him, you know, and I believe one of those pictures she had either R. Kelly, something like that was on her phone, like for her screen cover. And then the last thing I'm going to say, sadly, because she did this to her body, she can forget about her singing career. Real talk. It's the way these things unless she's gonna be coming out with some Cardi B type stuff. It's just
All the
not gonna
singers
happen
have their
because
body
nobody,
done.
you know.
You can see Queen Naija, who's a big YouTuber. She just had her body done. All of I don't think that just because she had her body done, that means that her singing that actually enhances their career. Like that's what all the girls are doing and have done in the industry.
So I'm saying to be taken seriously, the way she started in the game when she was younger, the type of career she would have had she been able to come from that level as to the type of career she would have now, she's not going to be taken seriously. And along with the background that she has with R. Kelly,
I don't agree
having
with that.
lived the life that she had. That's just, huh?
I don't agree. I think that this will propel her even further because she has controversy. She has a story behind her. There's a lot of people buzzing about her. They want to hear from her. If anything, she would be more of a staple now with her body done, how she is. I feel like she would be more of a force to be reckoned with now than she would have entered into as Azriel, the nobody who nobody knew who she was. Like she has a nice body. She looks good. She's banging. She's a beautiful girl. And on top of that, she could sing. And she's attached to R. Kelly. She's attached to this scandal. This would propel her more than ever, honestly. So I don't know about that one.
But I think in a bad way on the tip of the going in them studios and things now. That's the part I'm talking about when it comes to, I want to put it nicely. You know, like going into them studios, dealing with other producers or whomever, as far as on the men in the business. You get where I'm going with it, right?
Other
you know what I mean?
producers
It's like
are
they're
clout
not gonna
chasers
look at her the
too.
same.
Yes, they are. They're
Oh,
going
you know,
to
I'm
look.
talking about as far as the bedroom couch, trying to get her. You understand what I mean? Like they gonna be looking at her like she's a freak, and with that, it's
you
like
haven't been around the
another
industry.
opportunity for
You
her
haven't.
to possibly. No,
You
I have,
haven't.
and I really have, and I know people in the industry, and I know people in the industry,
No.
and that's what I'm
People,
saying.
they
Like it's
don't.
gonna be dudes that's gonna be trying to get her.
These same
And
girls,
she doesn't
like
have the
look
mindset.
Look at 50 Cent baby mama. She's the Asian girl that's the video vixen, got the nice body. Another guy will swoop in and get that. Like, it don't matter how many times. Like, you see these same girls who been with.
Oh no, that's
you
what
see
I meant. That's exactly what I mean. That's my point. I agree. That's what I meant. That's what I was going with it. It's like she might end up being a pass around. Is what I'm trying to say.
I'm not
And I
saying
would
she's
hate
gonna be
that
a pass
for her.
around. I'm
'Cause she
saying
is
that's not what I'm
beautiful.
saying. I don't think that she's gonna be a pass around. I think what I'm saying is just because she's been with R. Kelly don't mean that other people are gonna count her out. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that she's gonna be a pass around. I'm not putting that on her. I'm saying because she looks bomb, her body is banging, she's intelligent, she's smart. I don't think that a guy or a person in the industry is just gonna count her out. I think that a person is going to want to attach themselves to her. But I'll give you the final word, and then I'll go to the next caller.
Oh yeah, I can just say I can totally see where you're coming from with that. Hopefully she's not infected with anything, because that's going to be the deciding factor, and that's what I'm saying. The concern when I say the R. Kelly part, because I totally agree with everything else you said. It can propel her more in terms of the controversy and things like that. It's just the part of will she be taken seriously with that part of the scandal when we get to the STD part of it, and if they were having to do all the other things that people are putting out there. That's it. But good show, girl. I'm about to hang up and listen to the rest of the people. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. All right. Bye-bye. 256. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. Hi. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Olivia. I'm calling from Alabama.
Hi, Olivia. What's your thoughts?
Okay, so I have a couple of thoughts, and I'm going to try to make it real quick. When I think a lot of people are trying to judge R. Kelly on his past today, like they holding everything against him from what he did in the past that he got like not found guilty of and everything, and they're wanting to judge him for that today. If he been messing with young girls below the age of consent, then yeah, they need to do whatever they need to do to him. But why are we talking about these two grown women that he with? I think we focusing on them, and like somebody else has said, we making them part of it when they grown. It doesn't seem like they brainwashed. It seems like they some young girls doing some young girl stuff. I really don't think they brainwashed and all the stuff that people are trying to make, and I think people are focusing way too much on this and making judgment before he even go to trial for whatever they supposed to have against him.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, I get what you're saying. You're saying basically,
and so,
you know, the girls that he's with are of age, pretty much of the consenting age.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and then if we don't take him to trial, let's take him to trial for messing with young girls. Like you said, he ain't really classified as a pedophile. I'm not sure what it is, but it seemed like he just like them young. And we can't judge him for liking young girls. But if he been messing with girls below the age that he's supposed to be, that we can judge him for. But I think a lot of people are combining him liking young girls with what's been going on or what happened in the past and making judgment before we really even know everything that's going on.
Okay,
and they
so
should
you
have got
think
rid of
that
his crisis manager when he got into it with Tim. My bad.
Yeah, they should have got it. They should have got rid of his butt a long time ago. But hey, they got rid of him now, so he don't do no
that was
more
so
damage.
unprofessional.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I felt where he was coming from. Like, if it was my daughter, I would drive a truck. But it doesn't really help your client. And then you added more to it by saying you wouldn't leave your daughter with him. So it's like, whoa, hold up. Like, you're the crisis manager. Like, you're not me or a commentator. Like, you're the person that's supposed to help.
Exactly. Like, the thing with him, I understand that's your opinion, but this is your job. Like, even if a lawyer has a client that they know did the murder, they're not going to go in court and be like, nah, I wouldn't trust him around my gun. He might shoot me. You ain't going to go around saying stuff like that. Like, this is your job. You're supposed to diffuse the situation. You sitting there making it even worse because all he had to say was, I don't want to answer that question. I wouldn't leave my daughter with nobody. That would have been my answer. I wouldn't leave my daughter with nobody. Cut it right there, but he added to it, which made it much worse than it already was.
For real.
But that's really all I had to say.
All righty, well, thank you.
Okay, I have one. Hold on 1 second. I have one more thing. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I think a lot of people are getting confused at how he got off the first time and not realizing that it wasn't about us not knowing it was him. It was because the girl wouldn't admit that it was her, so they couldn't prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that the girl was underage. Am I right when I say that? I don't think a lot of people realize that when they talk about how he got off the first time. Because regardless of how we feel...
Go ahead.
Do it.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, regardless of how we feel, we still have to go by the rule of law, and we can't, if we start letting emotions rule our courts, it would be a mess. So we have to go by a rule of law, and I don't think a lot of people really understand how he got off. They just know, oh, it was him, it was an underage girl, he should have went to jail, but they couldn't prove it, so.
All righty, well, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you for letting me run my mouth. I really enjoy your show, and I'm always on your Instagram, girl.
Oh, okay. I need to post more on my Instagram. My Instagram be so dry, but thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. (219) hello?
Hello, how you doing?
Hi. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Tamika. I'm from Indiana.
Hey, what's your thoughts?
I'm going to say something real quick. Well, my thought on R. Kelly, well, I don't believe he ain't do nothing to all those women. Because Wait till they start having audio records of these accusers. What people gonna say then?
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, so you said like wait until
Because
they drop audio of them, or are you saying like the audio? What is the audio gonna say?
Audio recording.
Audio
The audio
recording? Okay,
recordings now.
what is the audio gonna say?
Now I just say if they have audio recordings of the accusers saying that nothing did happen, what people gonna say then? You know.
Mhm.
Because
Well, I mean, I guess we just have to wait and
Yep.
see what unfolds when the trial comes.
Yeah, because the trial don't start till January or February of next year,
Uh-huh.
right?
I don't know exactly when.
And because it's too many lies coming out about these accusers, too many lies, you know.
Mhm.
Look at Angelo Clary and his friend going around making fake pages and stuff, you know.
Okay.
And the Savages just last Sunday they slipped up last Sunday. Remember from TMZ.
By saying what? The suicide pact or what?
Not suicide pact. About the suicide pact. Yeah, it was about that too. They said that wasn't true neither, because back in February or March, they said something about the suicide pact a few months ago.
Mhm.
Because they said it was somebody from out of state saying it was a suicide pact.
Okay.
And the police came to R. Kelly Trump Towers, and they found nothing wrong.
When they did the welfare check, right?
They ain't found nothing, no suicide pact or nothing back in around February or March.
Uh-huh.
So, to me, because if he did all this years ago, why did they go to the police? That's all I'm saying. You know?
Mhm.
'Cause
Alrighty.
something smells fishy about this case. Because the accuser, somebody gonna crack under pressure. Everybody gonna start telling on these accusers. They're gonna start telling on each other in a minute. Just watch and see.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, we're gonna keep a lookout. Thank you so much for calling in.
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. 404, hello? Hi, 404
Hello?
yeah, hi.
Hey, Nick, this is Tish. Love your show. Love your balanced approach. Try to be quick. Hello to everyone that's listening.
Hi, Tish. What's your thoughts?
I have a kind of a two-tier thought process on this. First and foremost, if anybody was really serious about getting R. Kelly and arresting him, it would have been back in 1994 when he had the relations with Aaliyah, married her, and so forth. They really would have had a case of statutory rape with him, or what, pedophilia. I think pedophilia, you would actually need to be a little bit younger than 15, but more statutory rape is really kind of the accusation if you're talking about 14, between, I guess, 14 and 15 or whatever, if you're dealing with them. So that's my first thought. And then the second thought is relative to the videotape, like the other caller said, relative to the rule of law. I just thought it was, very, if we were serious again, it was just very fishy that you had the accused saying it wasn't me, and then you had the victim saying it wasn't me. Like, how did that even make that even to court, right? When it's mistaken identity on both fronts. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that also revealed that, okay, something in the water really ain't clean. But again, the rule of law was, okay, the victim is we can't prove it's the victim, so they had to let him go. Now, that brings me to the broader picture that I think many people are missing. if you follow the news cycle, when did all of these issues about, the Me Too, accusations against men, sexual allegations and sexual harassment and all these things, when did that really start to come on the forefront? It just seemed like it just burst, and there was just case after case after case.
It started with
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
Well, now you can tell me, did you notice that this really came, these accusations really burst on the scene with like a lot of force, one after the other?
Well, most of it came out with Bill Cosby. So like with Bill Cosby is when I seen the most of the whole Me Too thing. Like it was, I think Charlie Sheen came out with his thing. But then it really skyrocketed when Bill Cosby's whole case was unraveling. And that's when the Me Too starts spiraling. So when I first seen the Me Too, like actually picking up legs was with Bill Cosby. But go ahead.
Right. Okay. So I'm even going deeper than that. I'm going the politics of it, because I guess the question should have been, when did we start seeing women become like this focal point? And I'm going to say it was right after Hillary Clinton lost the election in 2016. The Me Too movement started to pick up steam right at the end of 2016 into 2017. You can go back and Google it, and you'll start seeing these particular accusations. I think Bill Cosby may have been somewhere before that, but you saw like women just being the focus, like almost a deification of women. Like women cannot lie. You got to have the whole victim shaming and all of that. My point was to say, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, all of them were low-hanging fruit. You follow me? In my opinion, to put this whole thing in the culture, deifying women and so forth and so on. All that to say, I think R. Kelly is guilty. He's morally guilty of dating, these younger girls. And I think that I don't think that a lot of these young girls are victims. If you know anything, if we're intellectually honest about young girls and teenagers, and we saw from some of the testimonies, they were gunning for him, and then we see the parents as well. And there's even accusation out there about he was dealing with Aaliyah's mother, and that's probably why they didn't go pursue him. And some of the reason why, some of his masters and some of his money from his record sales and so forth is not. He doesn't have it, because a lot of it went to them. It's kind of hush money. That's all alleged. But I'm just saying, like, I think the parents, I think these girls are also culpable. It doesn't excuse him. You know what I mean? Because he knows better. But at the same time, I just feel like he was dealing with girls. I think after that issue with Aaliyah, and then probably after this tape, I think he became very careful to start making sure that the girls were within the legal age of consent. And like most states, it's like 16 to 17, the legal age of consent. And some of the later chicks that he's accused of being with, they were around that age. Again, the other two chicks, if they were really, not chicks, but the young girls, Aaliyah and the other two are the ones that would have gotten him truly convicted. But Aaliyah's mom, they didn't press charges, nor did the parents. So what can we do? So I think we're overreacting relative to trying to take him down, and it's part of a broader agenda, in my opinion. And it goes along with this deification of women and all of that. I hope I made sense.
Oh, okay. All righty. Well, thank you so much for giving your input. I'm going to go to the next caller.
All right.
All right. Thank you. 757, hello?
Hello?
Yes. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know you could hear me. Okay. Hey, girl.
Hey.
I was on hold for a long time. I'm sorry. I just kind of like faded in listening to everybody else for a while. I really was, and then it's crazy because even as you were doing it and other people were talking, you get new info about the crisis manager. They can fire him. I was just like, dang, this is crazy. Picking up off what the other young lady was saying, like it's deep. You know what I'm saying? How it just happening so fast. picking up off what the other young lady was saying, that gave me some time to think what I was even really going to say too. I wish that he would have humbled himself and learned from everything that he has gone through. And I say that, because he's still a regular person. You know what I'm saying? We all go through stuff. We got to humble ourselves and learn what we go through, because if not, you repeat your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? We weren't there. I don't know, everything or whatever, but from what I do see, crisis manager, I would have never got up there with Gail King. I'm going to tell you straight up. You already know that she finna come hard. She was promoted off of interviewing dude. You know what I'm saying? And whatever he tried to say, and whatever, you see what I'm saying? He was promoted off that. Dude, you professional. You know what I'm saying? You should have known. You should have made sure that you answered that real strategic. Because why do you think she kept asking it to you? She kept. That's like a tactic. It was real. It was like militant type. It was the way she did it. And I guess he acted like he wasn't ready. What he really should have probably said was, like y'all said, hey, I would have just said, this has nothing to do with me and my daughter, so let's just stay focused on him. Redirect that, okay? Or, you know what? He tried to say it. He tried to say it, and you know what I'm saying? You could redirect it. It seemed like he was trying to say, no, I wouldn't want him around. I wouldn't want my child around anybody that wasn't accused, of that. So he wasn't trying to, necessarily point it out to be talking about Kels. So he was trying to say anybody, but she wasn't going to let it up. So as soon as she came up with the second question, you would have just been like, hey, you know what? This was not even about me. Or you could have said, you know what? I actually know him personally, as you can see, and he is a good guy. So, I do feel safe with my child around him. Something to make it look good. Because as soon as he said that, all you see on your phone is, I can't even Google for Domino's Pizza, and then all I see is him up there talking about he said that he did this and this and that. I'm like, my God, it is just happening, so rapidly, and it's bad. So I guess now they have they let him go. Another thing that I would have said is that as far as Kels, I think that if he would have maybe learned from back then from things that was going on, even though the public didn't know as much, all we knew was whatever we saw on TV. Now we got social media. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my 30s now, so I didn't think this thing go down, I'm from the crib or whatever, as a fan, but at the same time, I'm a regular person. I ain't no goofy. I'm not no, like a super fan that I'm just going to be oblivious and follow you everywhere. No, he still was a human. So, people, it was certain things that was happening with parents. They was at the courthouse when he was there and brought their kids there. Why you bringing your kid there to anybody's courthouse thing? Unless it's something with your father or somebody that's in your family or something going on. Why is you bringing your child there to somebody that you don't really know? You know what I'm saying? If you want to support as a fan from afar, that's your own business, but not to bring your child there. These tapes and stuff or whatever, yeah, it is old, but I guess they want to know, was it really him? Was it really her? This is the thing. I wish they would have figured that out and said that then. And if the family did take money so that it could be hushed up, that's wrong. At the same time, okay, dude, can you read or write? Who helped this to even go down? If people was paying people, that needs to come out as well. But this is the main thing right here. How did they really get to this point? When them fathers and them parents went to the news. That is from what I see. Look at this timeline of this stuff. When these parents went, that's when it came out. And they were saying, he got some people hostage or whatever. And I said, what y'all talking about? R. Kelly got somebody hostage. And they said, well, he got somebody hostage, and they doing a press conference outside his house. And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm hurt. Like, yo, I can't believe this is really happening. Not just because I care about Kels, but I don't want to see nobody hurt and no creepy stuff going on. It just was crazy. So, then that moved on to, that's when these other victims came on. That's what really, and I think that they don't realize, but y'all paved the way for these other people to come in and do this, whether they was what happened or whatever. When y'all did that, it kind of opened the door up for that, because y'all don't know what else he was probably against facing legally wise, money wise, or who want what from him, or what he gave up and didn't know he gave up and now he wanted back, or whatever the case was with that. So then you got two different type of fathers. Savage, he is savage for real. He is savage at the media. He's going in. People talking about he having a reality show. So now, money can change people that's already just not all the way seated and grounded right anyway sometimes. And obviously, they weren't all the way there. In the beginning, Angelo and Savage was kind of together. Now they can kind of separate just a little bit. They kind of obviously still respect each other as fathers, but like you said, they got two different tactics. Angelo, like, look, I need to just step out the media light. Let me get in regular time with my child, because this is still my child. You don't need to be all on TV and stuff trying to show, like, you don't know where she at, or being all dramatic and all this crazy stuff. Jocelyn looked miserable, like, for real. Like, when you see her, she don't really be looking happy.
I'm gonna let you wrap it up real quick, though.
Okay, yeah. Azriel seemed to be a little bit more happy. She outspoken or whatever. But Jocelyn, she probably not, because she's embarrassed about what is going on with her family. So eventually, yes, y'all probably going to have to talk to y'all family and probably end up going home in your own time or whatever like that. But I think that when you love someone, you let it go. When y'all realized that this was getting deep and your parents was looking for y'all could have maybe had went. And if not, go home, get your own place and do your own thing. See him on whatever day of the week you want to see him on. But I wouldn't have let it gotten this far. But I pray for everybody that is involved, and I pray that everything has a good outcome. Thank you so much, Nique and Nite, for doing this year. Next, we got to talk about that. That thing that happened, that dude that cheated or whatever, Nicole or whatever that mess is. We exhaling tonight. I'm exhaling hard tonight. Okay, but y'all have a good night.
All right, you too. Thank you so much for calling in. All right, bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
All right, bye. All right, so thank you all so much for calling in. I have 8 people on the line, and I'm going to have to wrap it up a lot sooner, y'all. I pulled up the timer. I was, like, trying to pull it up or whatever. People who are on the line, thank you guys so much for waiting patiently. You guys have waited a very long time to give your input. And I want to hear from each and every one of you who have called in. And I want to hear your take, your side, what you think. But I have implemented a 2-minute timer. Please mute your background when you call in. But please look at the screen. Mute the live, but look at the screen and look at the time. When it gets down to 1 minute, when it gets close to 2 minutes, wrap it up. Okay? So I'm going to go to 773. Thank you so much for waiting patiently. Thank you for being on the line. I'm going to start the timer right now. Give me your thoughts.
Nique and Nite, what's going on, beautiful? This is Jay from Chicago.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing? My first thing, I know we on the timer thing, so I'm going to make this quick. As far as R. Kelly, and the whole situation with him and all this, I mean, you got to be crazy to believe that this man was in the height of his career, was running around running some type of racketeering charge, orchestrating all this criminal stuff that they trying to charge him with on the enterprise level. That's ridiculous. I mean, now do I think he has an issue with younger women? Yeah, but I don't think anything criminal. Simple fact. I'm gonna make this quick. The man probably been around the world in every country touring. He probably done slept. He probably done Will Chamber numbers. He probably done slept with 400,000 women. You feel what I'm saying? So out of all that, Ken Fox come out and make a statement worldwide. Look, anybody been abused by this man, come forward. And you mean you come with 4 cases out of possibly 100,000 women this man has been with over the course of a 30-year career? You got 4 cases. Now the state cases was about to get thrown out. And they knew that. So the feds step in, it's all applied. And I think the feds investigating, everything's gonna be revealed. And when that time comes, I believe he will be vindicated. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta look where this all stemmed from. And all the hands that are attached to it. When the feds come in, they're going to do a thorough investigation. All I'm praying for, you get a fair trial. And whatever he's guilty for, that's it. But if he's not guilty, let the man walk. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all I want to add.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. And thank you for sticking to the 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm looking at the time. I'm like, okay, 9, 8, 7. You have a great night.
All right, you too. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
All right. All right. 347. Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes. What's your name and where you calling from?
Oh, hey. My name is Kayana, and I really love your show. I know I got 2 minutes, so I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible. So, what I have to say is not so much on R. Kelly, but it's more on Azriel. When I saw that video of her on the shade room with her, like, being, I guess, seductive or whatever you want to call it, when I saw it, I was like, yo, she's not going back to her family. She's not. I can already see, like, Fashion Nova, like, hitting her up, like, hey, advertise our clothes, we'll pay you. I could see, like, celebrity men in her inbox, like, she's not going back home. Like, you need to stop saying, oh, well, R. Kelly's locked up now, she's going to go back home. She's not. Her and Joycelyn, like, they're about to make a lot of money. And to be honest, I feel like they've been kind of concocting that plan behind the scenes between the both of them. Like, I think they both was like, listen, we going to make him think that we his ride or dies. We going to make him think that we going to hold it down. Well, you and I both know they got mad evidence against his ass. He's going to jail. And soon as he in jail and they know he ain't coming out, she making videos like that looking happy as hell, they're not going back home. As far as the whole R. Kelly thing, like, I agree with the other caller when they were saying that, he should have chilled. It's his fault in a way because it's like, I do think that women is lying on him. But the thing is, like, I feel like he was kind of like, like using them like they wasn't shit. And a lot of times when a female feel like, you use them, they get bitter. And I wouldn't be surprised if all of them came together and was like, listen, we're going to say that he didn't feed us. We're going to say we couldn't do this. We're going to say that he made us eat feces. We're going to, really, really gas up this story to make him look like shit. So I do believe that he should have been humble, but that's all I have to say. So yeah, that was it.
All righty. Well, thank you so much for calling in, and thank you for sticking to the timer. I appreciate
2
it.
minutes. Okay. No.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. 334. Hello. Hi.
Hey, Unique, how are you doing?
Hi. How are you? What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm Eve, calling from Alabama. And I want to piggyback on the last caller when she was saying that the girls were saying that R. Kelly was making them eat feces and drinking urine, and none of them had to go to the hospital. Feces and urine, that's toxic. That's toxic, and it poisons your system, your immune system, your body. None of them had to go to the hospital, and then they, on top of that, they wasn't eating anything else. Like every 3 days, they was eating. They didn't go to the hospital for none of that.
Hello?
I want to talk about Tasha K. I want to talk about Tasha K too. Tasha K, she addressed everything when it comes to the white men. Tasha K have a reason. She knows for a fact they didn't do it, and she'll go on. She don't stay on that serve, but she'll have a 30-minute show. She'll stay on that serve 1-2 minutes. But with R. Kelly or any other black man, is a continual thing that she have to do, report on it. Tasha K is doing that, and she'll never make it like that. Tasha K doing this to the black men so she can get. She feel like if she exploit the white people, she will never get picked up on the channel, on TV. So she got to stick to, okay, you destroy the black men, even if they guilty or not, destroy them, and maybe you will get in the industry. But I'm going back to R. Kelly. I'm trying to do this with 30 seconds. But that's bullshit. Rishana, whatever her name is, first of all, she lied about her age. Then on top of that, she said she was a prostitute. So if you a prostitute, you giving men this supposedly purpose without their knowledge. Isn't that a charge? Kitty said that R. Kelly told her things that about Aaliyah. She's the first I ever heard to say R. Kelly told her anything about Aaliyah. So if you can get someone to go that deep with you, do something that has never been done, who's the manipulator? You have to play in people's brains in order for them to open up to you like that. Because nobody else do that.
All right, I'm gonna
But
give you a
Kitty.
final
So
word.
if Kitty did, if he told Kitty these things, Kitty is the manipulator. Can't no brainwashed person control themselves to manipulate someone into telling them deep secret. If he was manipulating her, why would he tell her things that's so deep like that?
Well, just to
That's
play
all I want to say.
devil's advocate, and I'm gonna let you go. Just to play devil's advocate, in order to get somebody to trust you or to bait them in, you have to make them feel like you are vulnerable and to make them vulnerable. But I'll let you say one last thing and then I'll go.
But that's still manipulating. They're still manipulative. You manipulating people, playing in people's mind. You manipulating them. In order to, there's no way if she was brainwashed, she didn't have the mind to manipulate another person, to manipulate R. Kelly. There's no way. And someone said, what I'm talking about, that girl said, Roshana, she said she was a prostitute. So if she was a prostitute after R. Kelly supposed to have gave her.
You got the people mixed up. You got the people mixed up. Okay, so Rashonda didn't say she was a prostitute. Geronda did.
Geronda. Okay, same difference. She the prostitute. Mm-hmm. So she giving men STD. The men she was laying up with, that's a charge. With her lying, that's a charge. Because if you lie, even if it's a drug bust, if it's undercover, if you ask the police, undercover police, are you a police? They say no, and if they come out to be a police, when they go up in court, either they gonna have to be charged or your case get thrown out because that's entrapment.
All
so
right.
she lied about her age. That's entrapment.
All righty. Well, thank you so much for giving your input.
And tell the ones that Gemini, time, fuck you. Who else? Because I have my own mind, and I just sit back. I have my own mind. Nobody can tell me that people that they ate feces and drunk urine and didn't have to go to the hospital and wasn't malnutrition. And they've been with this man for years. Ain't nobody finna tell me that, and for me to believe it. And I'm not finna overlook one lie and say, okay, but they lying about everything else. This just like you lied about that, you done lied about this man chaining you up in the attic or the basement. So it was nice talking to you.
All righty. Well, thank you so much for calling in. All right. Y'all done got 334 hot. All right, let me listen. We gotta stick to the timer, guys. We gotta stick to the timer. So I let her talk a little bit more. I know. I let her talk a little bit more, but we gotta stick to the timer. So please pay attention to the timer, cause I'ma just have if you keep going, I'm gonna have to be like, all right, I gotta mute it at 2 past that. 585. Hello. 585-4.
Hello?
Yes. Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. What's your name and where you calling from?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Gloria. I'm calling from New York.
All right. What are your thoughts?
And I just had a couple of observations because I've been really following this case. And I just wanted to state that, sometimes as a people, we get caught up in the sensationalism of things. And certainly if R. Kelly has been messing with girls underage, he needs to be under a jail. But some of us are not asking the right questions. Because from what I've heard from different interviews, R. Kelly should have about $750 million. The question we should be asking is, where is that money? For a minute. She was a part of the entourage before she married him. There's been testimony online that you can find where she was sleeping with him and 4 other women before they got married. I don't believe Sparkle for a minute, or the age that's being proclaimed of her niece. Sparkle was sleeping with R. Kelly, and she fails to mention that. But my concern is I believe the prosecution has 3 witnesses that have stolen R. Kelly's money. I believe in this system that we live in, R. Kelly was close to owning his masters, the music masters. I believe there's a campaign certainly to discredit and destroy him. And again, that's not to defend him, because if it's proven that he was dealing with underage girls, like I said, he should be under a jail. But I just wanted to make those statements that sometimes we don't ask the right questions. That man has no business being broke today, and that's what concerns me about the so-called people around him that were looking out for him. And that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for listening.
All righty. Thank you so much for calling in.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. So she said that he has no business being broke, but people would interject and say the reason why he's broke is because he has allegedly paid off all of these people. So that could be, an answer. But hey, I don't know. We weren't there. So hey, we don't know. But let me go to the next caller. 816, hello?
Hello?
Yes, hi. What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm Natalie, and I'm calling from Atlanta.
Okay, what's your
And
thoughts?
I just wanted to say R. Kelly is guilty, and I look at it from like a business stance, because, R. Kelly is running around his brand, he's like running like a business. So it's like, if I bring my daughter to you and I say, have her sing and stuff, I'm not expecting them to, do more than what business-wise, you know what I'm saying? And when you look at it from that point, I feel like, I don't know, I just got really nervous. I don't know.
Don't be nervous. Relax. It's like you just talking to one of your homegirls on the phone about how you feel.
I feel like R. Kelly is guilty, no matter how you try to paint it. And people keep thinking it's destroying a black guy, but it's like he had many times to stop, and then I'm a victim of being, sexually abused too. At the end of the day, like, I would do anything in my power to put that person away. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I do believe it's probably some lies going around, but you can't weed out the real victims in this. Okay, and that's all I got to say. Thank you.
All righty. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
Bye-bye.
All right. Five 1-2, hello?
Hey, what's up, Nique?
Hey, what's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Mo, and I'm calling from Texas.
All right, what are your thoughts?
So on the Azriel Snapchat, I feel like, with the girls and what they've actually endured, we really don't know everything to the full extent behind closed doors of how, he interacted with them. But at the same time, I think Azriel's Snapchat is almost like an awakening for what she's going through. I mean, for us, that may not seem normal, but, I saw a little bit about how her dad was talking about, like, how he could see, a little bit about, about how his daughter was happy again, and he was just proud of that, just to just get some appreciation, to see some happiness and an interaction with them. And so I thought that was kind of, I feel like that while R. Kelly is in jail, there may be a point where they can actually come to healing. And I think a lot of what they had to go through, especially with what they're dealing with, they have to kind of almost play a role. And eventually, maybe we'll see the full story of what goes down. But I think maybe eventually they'll get the strength to move on from this. I really just think they're playing their cards, and that's my perspective on it.
All righty. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
All right, no problem.
All righty. Bye-bye. Okay. I'm not sure if I answered this call already. 334, hello?
Unique.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, did you call in already?
Yes, I did. I want to address the comment section. It's about who is this bitch on the phone? I'm the bitch that got a daughter, a 12-year-old daughter that got bank account waiting on her to turn 16 to start her to have a car, and her to turn 18 years old to go to college if that's what she want to do, but to start life so she won't have to go out and fuck a R. Kelly to get money. I'm the one with a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Bathroom probably bigger than your damn room. My room probably bigger than your damn living room. I'm that bitch. You feel me? So don't be in the comment section capping because, like I said, I got a mind. And I'm not saying that he ain't never fucked the underage girl, but then the ones that's on TV celebrating this shit because of not the fact of him going to jail, but them winning an award and being a celebrity. That's what they celebrating. I don't fall for shit like that. Let y'all fall for bullshit like that. If he would have went to jail for fucking Aaliyah, and if that girl would have came up, her parents would have came up and said, "Yeah, that was my daughter," then send his ass to prison for life. And somebody said somebody said I would have been the easy target. Mind you, I have. That's how I know these hoes lying. But I'm not bitter. You get what you motherfucking get while you young, and that you don't get, don't fucking worry about it. Get out and get out on your own. But that's when you young. That's my young mind thinking. When I was in my 20s, now I'm in my 30s. I got my own shit because I had to figure out nigga ain't got to give me shit. Matter of fact, I got more than most of the ones I was fucking. So when y'all sit up there on that in that comment section capping, know who the fuck y'all talking to. I ain't know. I talk like this right here. First of all, I'm from Alabama. I'm on a timer, but I ain't no dumbass bitch. Believe that. I think with logic. That's who I am. Once again, I'm gonna say this right here. They say that once a liar, if just because somebody lie about one thing, that don't mean they lying about everything. Majority of them things was caught being a lie. They was found to be a lie. Majority of shit they saying when you on that stand, once you lie about one, you dismiss. You no longer you no longer believable once you on that stand. So fall the fuck back.
Alrighty.
Because I can't take this cap and read up my blood pressure.
Okay.
And y'all better be glad y'all ain't my neighbor.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for calling back in and setting them straight, girl.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. All right, 971, hello? 971 506. Yes, hi.
Hi, hey Nique. It's real live tonight. But I'm Taylor. I'm calling from Oregon, and yeah, I just wanted to. I seen one of your other lives where you were reading like the court papers, and I personally believe R. Kelly is guilty. But it sounds like his people around him, somebody might be folding and trying to cover themselves and throwing him under the bus. That's what it sounded like to me when you was reading the papers. I forgot the guy's name or whatever, but it sounds like they just all trying to cover their tracks, and it's always someone who's keeping those receipts. So it just sounds like it's catching up to him, and now all of a sudden it's a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that the girls is making videos talking about they're cool. I don't think they were ever slaves. Nobody. That's crazy. They weren't slaves. They were there willingly, but now they get to come out of their shell a little bit more since R. Kelly's not hovering. But that's all I have to say.
All righty. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
Okay.
All righty. Bye-bye. All right. 267, hello? 267.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Nique.
Hi. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Niche, and I'm calling from Philly.
Okay. What's your thoughts?
So I just want to say, you don't think that it's weird that they just popped up all of a sudden on social media after years? Like, and I also wanted to say that it's weird that Joycelyn doesn't have, I'm not sure if she has a phone or not, but Azriel popped up on come in, son. Azriel popped up on online and not Joycelyn. And that's what I was saying. Like I was thinking to myself that Azriel, well, you know how everybody say Azriel is the bitch, Azriel is in charge, Azriel this, Azriel that. But it's just, and then in the other video where she was like, we're still in the Trump Tower. If you just zoom in on Joycelyn's face, I'm not sure. She just doesn't look like herself. She doesn't look happy, or she just looks like she's under the influence of something. But I also just wanted to say that it's just weird that Joycelyn hasn't popped up on social media anywhere, which is giving me the thoughts that Azriel is the one in charge. Like she like, let's get it popping, sis. Like I just think that she should be the one that's that bitch running shit right now.
Oh, okay.
That's all I wanted to say.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Alrighty. Bye-bye. All right. 317, hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Chantel, and I was basically calling in because I wanted to touch base on something that one of the other callers had said. She was a lady that just kind of went off a little bit a minute ago. I wanted to say I want to kind of understand where she was coming from, because when we're looking at this entire R. Kelly situation, a lot of us are looking at it from years of looking at his situation and what he's been going through in the media. In my personal opinion, do I believe R. Kelly is sick? 100%. Like many people who have issues mentally, he's 100% talented, but he's disturbed. He has a lot of sickness going on with him. He's never been, helped with that. But in my personal opinion, do I believe that these people are lying on R. Kelly? Absolutely not. Do I feel like he has some type of issues going on? Yes, but this is my whole problem with this whole Azriel, Joycelyn, and all of these families. Now, they've been watching this go on in the media. I'm talking about the parents at this point. They've been watching this go on. R. Kelly's not been touched. I think the bigger discussion that needs to take place is what type of relationship do these people have with their children, that their children would stay with a man knowing how their family feels about them being with this man. Now, because they're under the age, being youth, and now they're of age, I feel like they're testing the waters. Like they know that they're getting publicity from it. They know that they're going to get attention from it. What's next? TV shows are probably going to pop up from it. I feel like people are really feeding too much into this at this point. Now, I'm not saying I agree with them being with R. Kelly because he's been known to do this type of foolery, like I said, for years. But I feel like people are now giving this way too much attention. Let the people decide if he's guilty or not. I feel like everybody's trying to play judge and jury. It does not work like that. If you want to support R. Kelly, support him. But if you also, want to stop supporting him, that's up to the people as well. I just feel like a lot of people are playing way too much into this. I feel like it's been going on long enough. It's either we're going to convict R. Kelly and move on, or we're going to continue to be fans. Like I said, he's a huge, talented star. You can't forget what he's contributed to music, but at this point, you do have the power to say, you know what, I'm done with it. I feel like the media is doing way too much with this.
Oh, okay. All righty. Well, thank you so much for giving your input, and thank you for calling in.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
All righty. Bye-bye. All righty. Well, that was the last caller of the night. Thank you to everybody who called in. I stayed on way longer than I anticipated. I definitely appreciate you guys calling in, but I'm going to wrap this live up. I wanted to be on here for an hour. It has now extended to an hour and 50 minutes. So those of you who caught this live, I want to know how you feel if you haven't said so already. Those of you who did not catch this live, I want to know how you feel as well in the comment section. And if you are not subscribed to my channel already, be sure to hit that subscribe button right now. And thank you for calling in. All right, guys. Peace.